Welcome to the Project Asia Bundaberg podcast, brought to you by Bundaberg Tourism. I'm Craig Shim from Alphacrane Intercultural Specialists. Last year in November, a new 13-episode drama filmed in Australia launched in Singapore. Its purpose? To promote self-drive holidays to Singaporeans. How is this relevant to Bundaberg? Well, in our 2018 Asia-Ready Tourism Strategy for Bundaberg, one of the primary Asian target segments identified as a good fit for Bundaberg was self-drive visitors from Singapore. We also identified self-drive holiday visitors from China, Japan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Indonesia and South Korea as potential market segments for our region. Not only are self-drive visitors from these countries more likely to include Bundaberg as a great alternative to other Aussie destinations they've previously visited, we're already seeing them here in Bundaberg. In this episode, we'll have a feature story about the Asian self-drive tourist market. We'll also uncover what opportunities this presents for Bundaberg and also for you as tourism operators and what you can do to leverage these opportunities. Later in this episode, we'll hear from Lakey from the Lady Musgrave experience as he reveals some of the Asia-friendly enhancements he's implemented in his business. Today's feature story delves into a recent article by Jing on how to attract self-driving Chinese visitors. Self-driving tourism is a growing trend in Chinese outbound tourism that offers significant opportunities to attract Chinese travellers to more off-the-beaten-track destinations such as Bundaberg. What opportunities does this provide for Bundaberg operators? Well, there are a number of trends that bode well for Bundaberg. Number one, the rise of the Asian consumer will remain a dominant economic theme for the next several decades. There's no reason why Bundaberg can't get a slice of the pie. Number two, as Asian outbound tourism travel continues to grow, more Asian visitors seek culturally immersive holiday experiences, and Bundaberg certainly ticks this box. Number three, Chinese visitation to Queensland has grown strongly. This presents Bundaberg with the opportunity to ride the new wave of repeat visitors to Australia and to Queensland. Number four, Asian consumers are increasingly reliant on travel review websites and OTAs or online travel agents. This is great news for Bundaberg, and in fact, a key priority of Project Asia this year is to start seeding Bundaberg content on Chinese review websites such as Mafengwall. And trend number five is the rise of the fully independent traveller or the FIT market. Whilst not all FITs are self-drive visitors, the self-drive market from Asia to Bundaberg is increasing, albeit from a relatively low base. Bundaberg is well positioned to capture the growing FIT and self-drive market from Asia, particularly given the region's proximity to major international gateways of Brisbane, the Gold Coast, and of course, soon to come, the Sunshine Coast. Furthermore, Bundaberg is well represented in popular self-drive itineraries, such as the Ultimate Guide to Driving the Great Barrier Reef. However, there is, of course, competition from other FIT and self-drive destinations. Therefore, we need to capitalize on more than just our natural assets. One key advantage up our sleeves that's highly appealing to the Asian travel trade is this. We are Queensland's only regional destination where tourism providers truly work collaboratively to deliver exceptional Asia-friendly experiences. How can you, as a tourism operator, leverage this opportunity? Well, number one, start by taking small but significant steps to enhance your product offering with Asia-friendly touches. The more operators we have making lots of little tweaks, the greater the chance we have as a destination of cracking the Asia market. We want more self-drive visitors noticing that compared with other Australian destinations, we really take the effort to make them feel welcome. We want them to start sharing online and, of course, with their friends, how they've discovered Australia's secret Asia-friendly destination on the Great Barrier Reef. Number 2. Examples of Asia-friendly tweaks could be as simple as making rice cookers available on request to Asian apartment guests or having a welcome sign translated into Chinese. And we already have operators in Bundaberg who are doing both of these things. If you'd like to find out what Asia-friendly tweaks might be applicable for your business, we'll be sharing lots of examples on these Project Asia podcasts. The Asia-ready tourism strategy for Bundaberg identified some very specific market segments deemed to be a good fit with our region. Unlike many other Australian destinations, we're focusing on Asian visitors who are already global travellers and likely to be repeat visitors to Australia. Specifically, we're targeting self-drive holiday visitors from Singapore and small group tours of holiday visitors from China, Japan, Hong Kong, Malaysia and Indonesia. Both these segments compare very favourably with Bundaberg's largest international source market, the UK. But did you know? The average per night spend of UK visitors to Australia is $154, whereas our self-drive holiday visitors from Singapore spend a minimum of $200 per night. These Asian segments also compare favourably with Bundaberg's core domestic visitor market. The average per night spend of domestic visitors is $133 per night, whereas the small group tours we're targeting from Asia have an average spend of $200 per night. And now you know. In this segment, we showcase Bundaberg operators who are already implementing some great Asia-friendly enhancements. Today's guest is Brett Lakey. He is the founder and managing director of the Lady Musgrave Experience.
Yeah, hi, I'm Brett from Lady Musgrave Experience, based out of Bundaberg, and we obviously conduct daily reef tours out to the Great Barrier Reef, out to Lady Musgrave Island. And we have a large international and domestic visitation from overseas, from our Chinese groups or Asian countries, and also a lot through our European and our English-speaking countries as well.
All right, Brett, can you tell me what's the most effective Asia-friendly enhancement that you've implemented?
I think without doubt would be my Mandarin-speaking staff. They're both dive instructor qualified for our in-water activities, but for our day, for all our briefings, our greetings, and simply all our translation on board, that Chinese-speaking delivery makes the day seamless, and our guests obviously understand what happens, so it makes their day more enjoyable as well.
Is there any particular example that you can give where that's worked really well, or feedback that you've gotten from your guests?
Definitely with the tour group. So we have our tour group, or our tour leaders will come with every group, and we'll literally let them know. We structure the day in groups, you know. So when the Chinese come, we put them in specific groups for their glass bottom boat or their island tours, and it's all spoken in Chinese. So they get the day, they understand everything. But I think just from even initial boarding, to let them know where their boarding is, the safety brief gets done in Chinese, and then their day is let in that safety briefing, that same time slot upon boarding before we depart the marina, is that day's itinerary is then spoken in Chinese, so they know what's expected of them, but they also know how their day is going to go, and it's seamless. It works well, you know, it's easy. I think another thing too with our in-water activities, you know, for a lot of these guys have never sort of seen the ocean before, and when their briefings, their instruction, the tips for their equipment, their safety equipment, and getting in and out of the water, everything's done in Chinese. They know exactly what's meant to happen, and it's fine, and there's never an issue.
Out of curiosity, for your Chinese visitors, or your visitors from China, I should say, what is their level of English like, and how adventurous are they, or how confident are they in speaking to the crew in English?
English, yeah. With our mainland China, with our main groups that are inbound from China, very, very limited English. We find the FITs, the young families, or the self-travellers that are coming through, they do speak English. Very comfortable with speaking English, and those ones will even request not to be with the Chinese speaking groups.
I've heard that quite a lot. So even a number of, say, people from China who regardless of their level of English, they would prefer to speak with an Australian, like a Caucasian Australian, to practice their English. Have you observed this at all?
Yeah, definitely. And they like I said, they request that. They want to come on the English speaking activities and wish to be a part of the normal, English speaking day, the Australian tour that we have, it's spoken English. So yeah, definitely.
Bundaberg Tourism is pleased to announce that we have the next Project Asia Bootcamp for tourism operators locked in. The bootcamp is for local tourism operators interested in increasing their Asia-ready business skills. It will be held on Thursday the 15th of August from 11:30 to 3 p.m. In this hands-on workshop, you'll be an active participant working collaboratively with other tourism professionals to identify how your business can implement Asia-friendly enhancements. If you'd like to attend, please contact Amanda Baxter from Bundaberg Tourism on 4153 8811. If you'd like to know more about this episode's feature story from Jing Travel, the link is in the section below. If you have any personal insights, questions, or perhaps even suggestions for future episodes, please share them in the comments section below. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Project Asia is a 5-year program to develop Asian cultural capabilities of Bundaberg tourism operators. Project Asia is commissioned by Bundaberg Tourism. This podcast is produced by Craig Shim from Alphacrane Intercultural Specialists. Thanks for watching.